It's here with Music Soul and Asphere. Come back here tomorrow for more energetic pop music. Right here on Cool FM. Mapapa-cool ka dito. Lahat ng drama, lahat ng tawanan, lahat ng iyong all-time hits. Ang tanging huntahan ng Masang Lamaw. Number 1 sa Mega Manila, nationwide pa. Broadcasting from TGON, TVH Group of Networks. Dito lang sa inyong iisang himpilan. Cool FM. You are listening to Cool FM, live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews at noon.
All right, a fellow good afternoon and welcome to koolNews at noon. I am Cairo and here and let's start with the top headlines that you will need to know. Second party list Representative Raul Dante Marcoleta named Commission on Elections COMELEC chairperson George Garcia as the listed owner of an offshore bank account in the Cayman Islands, presenting copies of bank transfer receipts to boost his claims. During a press briefing on Thursday, Marcoleta said they tapped volunteers in New York, USA to make bank transfers worth $100 to two offshore bank accounts supposedly owned by Garcia. Marcoleta said receipts from Chase for Business indicated that the offshore bank accounts were under the name George Aaron Mojica Garcia. All volunteer in New York deposited $100 to an account ending 8562. Later I showed the entire bank account, but it shows the name of George Aaron Mojica Garcia, the congressman said. That receipt came from a platform of a US-based institution, a reputable bank called JP Morgan Chase and Company. That's a consumer and banking subsidiary of a reputable world-renowned bank institution based in America. That's why the transaction records from Chase for Business can be considered authentic and untempered, he added. Marcoleta reported this development almost a month after he first revealed that at least 1 billion pesos worth of funds were transferred from different banks, including those based in South Korea, to 49 offshore bank accounts allegedly linked to a COMELEC official. Marcoleta refused to divulge the identity of the COMELEC official, even his or her rank, during the July 9 press briefing, but later in the day, Garcia said it was him being referred to by the lawmaker. According to Marcoleta, there were certain developments in the poll body's automated election system procurement when fund transfers occurred, like a money transfer on June 22, 2023, where a deposit worth $148,000 was made by a certain Stephen Juslis Gehongbek from Standard Chartered Bank and Jong Romaine branch in South Korea to Standard Chartered Bank in Singapore. This supposedly happened alongside COMELEC's declaration that vote counting machines used in the past election were unserviceable. Inquirer.net contacted Garcia Backnet regarding the issue, and the poll body chief sent copies of a letter he wrote to the National Bureau of Investigation, known as NBI. In the letter to the NBI, Garcia requested an investigation of allegations that he has offshore bank accounts which were spreading online. On Thursday, Inquirer.net again contacted Garcia to get his comments on Marcoleta's accusations, but he has yet to reply as of this posting time. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on Tuesday urged Filipinos to love and enrich the national language as well as local literary works to further prosper unity and love for the country. Marcos made the pronouncement as the country honors the Buwan ng Wika or National Language Month with the theme Wikang Magbabalaya. Ang This occasion serves as an important reminder to us to love the Filipino language purely with our hearts and comes from the awareness that our inherited languages present our wonderful identity as a race, Marcos said in his message for the celebration. But Buwang ng Wikang Pambansa is not just a reminder, it is also an invitation that we continue to love and enrich our languages, he noted. Our literature is filled with works that will surely deepen our love for the country and encourage the new generation to also enjoy our own, he further stated. Marcos then called on Filipinos to take Filipino literature piece to heart to foster greater collaboration for our progressive, free, and unified country. Meanwhile, the chief executive recognized Presidential Proclamation Number 1041, issued by former President Vital Ramos in 1997, as a cornerstone in strengthening the nation's unity and sense of self. Some of the aforementioned are the benefits of having a common language, its great contribution to the achievement of our country's independence, and its power to open our eyes and minds to the importance, experience, and abilities of each one. The House of Representatives on Wednesday tapped mayors nationwide to promptly shut down 402 illegal Philippine offshore gaming operators focused in their areas, turning over dossiers containing the exact hub locations and personalities involved to the local chief executives. The House Committees on Public Order and Safety and on Games and Amusements turned over thick file folders to the League of Cities of the Philippines and the League of Municipalities of the Philippines during the continuation of the Panos Poco inquiry. Santa Rosa City Representative Dan Fernandez, who chairs the Public Order and Safety Committee, said the panels expect to hear from the local executives within a month pertaining to the closure of the 402 illegal POGOs. He noted that the documents on these air operators provided by the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission already contain the exact addresses, photographs, and incorporators. All that's needed is to close them down, he stressed. Fernandez added that, based on his initial reading of the documents on Tuesday night, he noticed that most of the POGO incorporators were Chinese nationals. We hope we have a result in the soonest possible time to help our government, especially the PAOCC, because it cannot operate against all 402. He pointed out, asking the mayor's group to give the House an assurance that the illegal POGOs would be shut down. Ligayen, Pagkasiyan Mayor Leopoldo Pataoil read a statement of LP National President and La Paz Abra Mayor Joseph Bernos urging league members to begin the process of winding up and closing down POGOs within the jurisdiction, saying it's not only a matter of legal adherence but a demonstration of our collective responsibility to our constituents and the nation. We are aware of the economic contributions that POGOs have provided, but these cannot outweigh the overarching need to safeguard our nation and uphold the rule of law. It is our prioritize the welfare of our citizens above all else, Bernos said. A statement from LCP National President and Quezon City Mayor John Belmonte assured lawmakers that the league would take immediate actions and measures to ensure LCP members would comply with the POGO ban. She called on other city mayors to identify weaknesses in their business licensing and monitoring processes. Meanwhile, Katrina Ponce and Rel, Cagayan Economic Zone Authority Administrator and CEO, maintained that there was a POGO Special Economic Zone and Free Port. POGOs are the exclusive creation of the past administration of the POGO, she said, referring to going with the idea to allow internet and interactive gaming service of providers to locate within POGO's jurisdiction. It is in direct competition with CESA, but with a certain advantage that they could also take bets within the country, she pointed out, adding that POGOs were initially operationalized by POGO in 2013. In 2017, POGO institutionalized POGOs, and then POGO chair Andrea Domingo, who was supposed to give license to only 25 POGOs, issued more. And Rel pointed out that the POGO structure was a molestation of the CISA model, saying it transferred into something else not anymore reflective of what was being done in CESA. She pointed out that there hasn't been any POGO-related crime under CESA's watch. For more than 20 years that CESA has been regulating and licensing iGaming and interactive gaming support service providers, they never had any instances of kidnapping, human trafficking, torture, scams, and murder. She said. And will emphasize that CISA's internet gaming service providers are merely providers and do not accept bets, noting that sub-licensing is prohibited, unlike the structure for POCOs that allow fly-by-night operations and scam operators to proliferate with poker, no longer able to track how deep the sub-license went. Also in the House, Senator Joel Villanueva said his office had received a tip that at least 3 or 4 more local chief executives in the National Capital Region, Calabarzon, and Central Luzon may be involved in the operations of illegal pogos. There is raw information. There are those who reach out through Facebook, for instance, where I counted at least 3 or 4 local executives that we haven't heard of yet, but some parties wanted to be investigated, so we just forwarded their complaints to the National Bureau of Investigation and Philippine National Police, he said on Wednesday. It's not yet verified. With the amount of money that's flowing from these operations, lobbyists coming from chief executives from local government units, I am almost sure that there are officials involved. Even in the register, even in the judgery, he noted. But I will not be surprised, and I'm actually saying this, my gut feel, there really is. The influence of POCO is vast, it's very, very extensive, given the amount of money involved, he said. William Weber called on President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to include his Senate Bill number 2752, or the proposed Anti-POCO Act, among the administration's priority measures to lock in the ban, he announced in his third State of the Nation address on July 22. If I would be given a chance to talk to the president, I would appeal to make this bill a priority because I'm sure the president was so happy about the reaction of the people, really Villanueva said during the Kapihan sa Senado floor. According to Villanueva, Senate Bill number 2752, which calls for the permanent cancellation of POCO license issued by POCO and the various zones, is a response to the president's directive. The measure would ensure that the POCO ban would go beyond the present administration, he added. It is now 12:12 in the afternoon, and koolNews at noon will be right back.
pag-ibig! Pag-ibig fan, solid ka ban!
A better mix of music. Cool FM.
Welcome back to Cool News at Noon. Let's continue with the headlines. Trade Secretary Alfredo Pascal is resigning from his post effective Friday, the Presidential Communications Office said on Wednesday. The PCO announces the resignation of Secretary Fred Pascal from the DTI effective August 2 as he transitions back to the private sector, the PCO said. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. met with Pascal in Malacanan and accepted the latter's resignation, but praised his performance as Chief of the Department of Trade and Industry, DTI. The President acknowledged his invaluable service in guiding the restoration and transformation of the Philippine economy, the PCO said. Marcos also defended Pascal's position on the agency's policy direction in support of micro, medium, and small enterprises. His focus on MSMEs was absolutely correct, and we are beginning to see the fruits of that policy, the President said. He, however, lamented Pascal's departure. We are sorry to lose him, but we respect his decision that this is the time for him to return to the private sector, the President said. In a statement released by the DTI on Wednesday, Pascal said, "After much reflection, I have decided it is time for me to return to the private sector. Therefore, nothing from there. My rules will allow me to continue contributing my expertise and experience while being able to spend quality time with my family." Pascal described his job in the DTI as the most challenging yet fulfilling experiences in his career. Serving in the Marcos Jr. cabinet has been an extraordinary privilege and honor. I take pride in our collective achievements at the DTI, he said. I thank the President for the opportunity to serve our beloved country under his leadership and contribute to the building of a Bagong Pilipinas, he added. No successor has been announced for Pascal, according to the PCO. The search for a successor will commence immediately to ensure a seamless transition and continuity in the department's intuitives, it said. Rumors of Pascal getting replaced has been the subject of speculation as early as 2022, with the buzz from government source back then that he might be replaced by property tycoon Frederick Go, who is now the Special Assistant to the President for Investment and Economic Affairs. In the last 2 years, however, Go had denied on multiple occasions that he would take the trade and industry portfolio. Not me, Go said in his latest response to Inquirer on Wednesday. Another rumored replacement was Marikina Representative Stella Luz Quimpo, who likewise turned down the cabinet position. Our third replacement being talked about back then was Social-Economic Planning Secretary Arsenio Balisacan. Some officials told the Inquirer that a major reason in Pascal's exit is his alleged lackluster performance, although no objective basis has been given to prove this. The Board of Investments and the Philippine Economic Zone Authority, the two main investment promotion agencies under the Department of Trade and Industry, have performed either well since Pascal started office in 2022. In 2023, TBOI approved 1.26 trillion pesos worth of investments, up from the previous years by 73% and record high in its 56-year history. Meanwhile, 2022 saw the Investment Promotion Agency arrest 2 years of decline as investment approvals climbed to 729 billion pesos. PESA-approved investments, on the other hand, increased to 140.7 billion pesos in 2022 from 69.30 billion pesos in 2021. In 2023, it recorded a 24.9% growth as its portfolio reached 175.70 billion pesos in revenue. Not revenue, value. Mayor Alfredo Abalaro Vanita will grant a cash rewards for informants who can provide credible information on unsolved killings in the city. His spokesman, Agsar Distrito, said the mayor agreed to the proposal of Colonel Joel D. Coronica, the new Polo Code City Police Office Director, to release incentives to those who could help solve crimes. The mayor will just announce the amount after conferring with Colonel Coronica, Distrito said in a July 27 interview. Distrito did not specify when Benitez and Coronica would meet, but said it would happen soon. Coronica said he proposed that rewards be given for information, especially on unsolved crimes in Balocod. The reward, he said, could convince witnesses to testify and awaken their social responsibility if they had witnessed a crime. Under his watch, Coronica, who assumed his post as director of the PCPO on July 24, said the police would conduct a relentless campaign against illegal drugs, investigate recent killings, act on unsolved crimes, and go after robbers and vandals responsible for the proliferation of graffiti in Balocod. Also among his priorities is to determine the motive of a Chinese-looking businesswoman and collect the information from government-issued identification cards and driver's license of Balocod residents for a fee. We want to know what the information is used for, Coronica said. He said they had not discounted the possibility that the syndicate was behind such operations. Coronica said many crimes are committed online, pointing out that when he was Iloilo City Police Director, 17 Chinese nationals were arrested for running a cyber sex hub. He said any reshuffling of police officers in the city would be done after he conducts an assessment so the right person could be placed in the right position. And finally, in entertainment news, Gabby Garcia wowed fans and fellow celebrities as she revealed that she is set to star in the international film Death Barge alongside British actor Scott Adkins. The Filipino actress gave a glimpse of the project's filming set, showing herself seemingly reviewing the script with the undisputed actor via her Instagram page on Wednesday, July 31st. Working on something with Scott Adkins. Death Barge coming soon, she captioned her post. Garcia's fellow composer celebrities Rocco Nasigno, Purchase Solomon, and June Cruz cheered for her while also expressing their admiration for the Hollywood actor via the comments section. That March, produced by Odyssey Motion Pictures and directed by Louis Mandler, is a film themed around World War II in which Atkins will reportedly portray the character of a Special Air Service soldier. Further details of the movie, including Garcia's role and the release date, have yet to be announced as of this writing. And that is it for koolNews at noon. As always, you can get in touch with us at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. And we will be back with more headlines later with koolNews at 4, koolNews at 6, and koolNews Prime Time at 9. Until then, I am Caro, and we will see you later for more headlines at 4 in the afternoon. Goodbye for now.